Hi everyone, Dr. Kelly Ray here. Happy Monday to you. Whew, here we are, January 18th. Can you believe it? 2021. Are you guys kind of still feeling like you're lost in 2020? I know, it's pretty wild, huh? So, what? I just want to come on and talk to you for a second and kind of just answer the question, how can you make a difference in a world that seems to have gone mad? It just seems completely, utterly crazy, right? And you could be potentially watching this on the world stage saying, what the hell is going on? And what the heck can I even do about it? What can I, just one person, do about all of this madness that seems to be unfolding and unraveling and continuing to build momentum over the days, the weeks, the months? It can feel like you're nobody. It can feel like it's too big, too unsurmountable to do anything about it. And I'm telling you, it's not. It starts with this right here. There's so much noise going on right now out in the world. Noise that it's like, who can be louder than who? And this noise could almost sound like when you're standing at the stop sign and you hear that really bam, bam, bam beat of the music from the car next to you, who has their windows rolled up and don't seem to be affected by all of that noise and pounding that's coming out of their car. You have to wonder, how in the world are they even managing to focus right now? Because you're having a hard time focusing yourself, just sitting there listening to the bass of that music as it's pounding next to you. The same is true for what's going on right here in our heads. There's so much information that's being flooded and dispersed that it's hard to keep up with it all. And it's hard to even discern what is true, what is not true, and what is my role, and how can I help? And all of a sudden, that outside noise has now turned into noise and maybe even static inside of your own brain. And I heard this really cool analogy of that being referred to like being tuned into a radio station. And I was talking to a friend today, or we were text messaging today about this very subject matter. It's like some days you wake up and, you totally are always vibing on that FM radio where the music you can switch back and forth is, your jam and get you in the mood, get you going, get you ready for your day, your week, your month, whatever. And then if somehow the radio switches or you accidentally push a button and next thing you know, you're on that AM station, that talk radio stuff. That's exactly what seems to be going on for many of us right now inside of our own heads, is that so much of this is starting to amp up noise and we're getting static. We're getting that station that we're tuned into has now been switched over to that AM talk radio. And it can be really hard to disconnect from it. And how do you make peace with it? And the only way you do is take time for you. Take time for you to check your own station inside of your head. Dial in and tune in to what you know is true for you. If that means taking a day and disconnecting from social media, if that means take a day and disconnecting from YouTube and watching one thing after the other, if that means disconnecting from Pinterest. My daughter and I were just talking about Pinterest, how it's just like this black hole that you can get lost in, and before you know it, the day is gone. Where have you gotten disconnected from your favorite station inside of your head? That station that reminds you of how amazing you are. That station that reminds you that you have a purpose, that you have tools, that even if you're the silent, quiet one, you still have and can make a difference in this world. Maybe it's just that your station got out of tune a little bit. You've hit, that dead zone or that extra noisy zone that you forgot where that's at. And we can get easily caught up into the wave of whatever the most noise being spouted is. Look, we have spent nearly 9 months, give or take a few days or weeks, of listening to protesting, seeing rioting, seeing people beating their chest, seeing people fight on social media, seeing people ending friendships, relationships, disputes with families. And why? Why? We got knocked off of our center when all stuff broke loose back March. Many of the things were things that we were asking for. We were maybe wanting more time. Maybe we were wanting more time with our family. Maybe we were wanting more time to not have to be locked into always working and never having that work life, home life, fun life balance. So we get thrusted into the things that we wanted and we don't know how to deal with it. And then we see this surgence of anger, of fear. Fear is just anger. And then it starts stressing you out, causing you to panic, causing you to get anxiety, causing you to maybe get depressed, maybe retreat. And all I'm here to do today is to remind you to tune yourself back in to the station that you felt confidence, that you felt peace, where you felt more centered. You get to do that even in the midst of all of the noise, all of the distraction. There's tons of distraction happening right now. And if we're not careful, when this week is over, with everything that's set on the stage to happen or not happen or whatever, are you ready for next week to show up? Are you ready for next week when there isn't another crisis to handle? There isn't another protest to show up to? There isn't another, place to go and spew anger and hate and frustration? This is your time to get refocused. This is your time to tune back into your station, your mindset, to disconnect, to disengage from what's happening. It can be kind of easy to get caught up in the mob mentality, or, for instance, if you go to, let's say at the fair, if you go to one of your fairs, and there's a table that has people showing their wares. If nobody's over at the table, usually people don't gravitate to it. But as soon as 1 or 2 or 3 people start gravitating to that table to see what's there, next thing you know, everybody's moving to that table just to see what's there because it must be interesting. That's happening with all of this other noise that's happening on outside. And I want you to know that you can choose to step away from the noise. You can choose to step away. That's how you can make a difference, is by getting regrounded and centered in your own peace, getting regrounded and centered in your own mission in life, what it is that you want to do. How do you want to serve? How do you want to make a difference in other people's lives? And you don't have to do it from standing on a soapbox, screaming and shouting and to destroy. You don't even have to destroy yourself in the process. In fact, that's so counterproductive to what it is that you can do. So I'm talking to those of you that are wondering, how can you make a difference? That's how you make a difference. Disconnect. Go back and look and see what station you're tuned into, and see if that station that you're tuned into, if it's in alignment with your heart. Is it in alignment with your health? Is it in alignment with your wellness? Is it in alignment with your career, your money? Is it in alignment with your family and friends? Is it in alignment with your personal growth? Is it in alignment with your spirituality? And if it's not, take the time to remember what that is. Take the time to tune back into that. And if you need some help doing that, then I'm going to encourage you to get in touch with me and let's have a conversation. I'd love to be able to help you get tuned back in to your audaciousness, to your purpose, to your way of thriving and making a difference. Until next time, please know, as always, I send you so much love.